Yo, um, we're here with a guest. What's your name?
My name is Ashton.
And as you can see, he supports Newcastle, and I support Sunderland. And we're gonna talk a bit about the game, thoughts, predictions, all that shit. So let's start off with Ashton. I'll go straight to the juicy question. What's the score going to be tomorrow?
A 3-1 win to Newcastle.
Who do you think's going to score?
I'd like to say Harvey Barnes, if he's available, Tonali. I would like to say what Montemara. Maybe it's Lasura. I think he'll play and he'll score.
Yeah. Now for my prediction, I think 3-1 or 3-2 to Sunderland, and I think the winning goal will be scored by Chris Rigg, mainly because he supports Newcastle, and it would be quite funny to see him score against the club he supports. But yeah. What who do you think is going to be the hardest player to get past from Sunderland?
Maybe it's Granit Xhaka, or if you're on about maybe Granit Xhaka.
For Newcastle, probably Jolinton. I think he's quite strong. Got a lot of physicality.
Aye. He'll give the good derby passion, like.
If Bruno was there, I think he would be right in it as well.
Oh, aye, he'd be absolutely. He was probably the newborn. He was probably giving it everything he had, like.
Aye. It's been a long time since you've beaten us in the derby, minus the FA Cup match 2011. Does that make it harder for you to win tomorrow?
No, I think we should be going for a win. I think we'll do it. I think this time, like the start by 1 December, I think we'll give it everything we've got and hoping to get a win.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time since you've won it. I think it's like 7 or something in a row. So it's going to be hard, but you've got great atmosphere. Sad to say that,
yeah.
But we've also got good atmosphere. But you're going to have, obviously, that advantage like we did, home, in front of all your fans. Yeah. Going to make noise. Players are going to get behind you. So, anything could happen. Who do you think is going to be your most important player for the match tomorrow?
I would like to think, I would have said Bruno, but he's obviously injured, so I like to think maybe Anthony Gordon or Tonali or someone.
If Tonali plays.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be alright though. I'd like to think so anyway.
For me, got quite a bit of injury, so probably Granit Xhaka because he's like the captain. Since we've signed him, it's been a massive change in Sunderland. Obviously, we've been on a losing streak, but you can clearly see that Xhaka has brought a lot to Sunderland, and the passion is insane and everything.
Yeah.
How big would you say this derby is, like, in the world?
I'd say probably it's quite big, yeah. I think it's got one of the best passionate derbies ever, I think, and I think both teams will give it everything they've got.
Yeah, I mean, there's not many derbies like this one. It's an amazing derby. The rivalry's been there for so long.
Yeah.
How much would you say it would mean to you if you do win tomorrow?
Oh, it mean a lot. I'd be very happy.
Yeah, same for me, but it's anyone's game. It depends really how players play. Obviously, Sunderland have been on losing streak. Newcastle have been losing, winning. It's been a very mixture. How good do you think Eddie Howe's tactics will be for tomorrow?
I think we could be very good, but I think he'll want to play the best players he's got, and he'll want to expect every player to give it everything they've got, and one hope Voldemort doesn't put in his own net again like he did the last time.
Yeah.
And what you should tell tomorrow, Voldemort is head it the other way, not with the face in the goal.
Yeah. I mean, that was probably one of the most annoying moments in the derby for Newcastle fans last time, seeing that happen. How did you feel after that happened in the time?
I was disappointed, but myself, I felt all right. I didn't seem to be that bothered about it. But obviously, it was very disappointing for us. But really, I was able to just keep my head up and just move on, forget it ever happened.
Yeah. Fair. I mean, felt the same way when Dan Ballard did that in the FA Cup, but we move on. Things like that will happen, and we keep going. How good do you think the atmosphere will be tomorrow?
I think it's going to be incredible. I think we're going to be very loud, and we're going to give them all the good support.
Yeah. Who do you think the goal? I forgot to ask you this. For Sunderland, who do you think will score that one goal?
Either Granit Xhaka or Brian Brobby.
Yeah, I mean,
I think Brian Brobby will score.
Obviously, both teams have got a little fair bit of injuries. Lewis Miley, obviously, not probably going to be back for Newcastle, and he's very key, young, good player.
Yeah, he is.
So, how much of a shame and a miss will that be?
Yeah, I think it'll be a bit of a miss, but we've still got Jordan and Tonali, we've got Ramsey, who'll be alright, and Willock. He's been alright lately.
Yeah, and obviously for Bruno Guimaraes, obviously as well injured. He's captain, main person. How big of a miss is that as well?
How big? I think that's going to be quite a miss. I think we'd really need him for the derby because I'd say he's probably the best player on the squad. We would have needed him. He could give it everything he's got because he could probably go for it. But as long as Tonali's not injured, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, and then obviously Sunderland, we're struggling with a couple of injuries. Robin Roofs is a doubt, and he's been so key, so that's going to be bad if he's not playing. Mukalele is also a doubt. A lot of players are a doubt. What about Marichal?
That's not like you think you were talking about now. You're on about Ballard.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. But Ballard, I actually completely forgot about him. He might be a doubt. So, got quite a bit of injuries, which isn't really good. But, yeah. It's going to be, honestly, probably an amazing game tomorrow. Either way, for whoever wins.
Yeah. I think we'll see more goals this time.
I think it's not going to be as boring as it was at the Stadium of Light, because minus that one celebration, it was the shittest game, to be honest. The atmosphere was good and all that, but just minus that one thing, and that wasn't even our thing. We only had, Sunderland only had one shot on target, which just shows how actual shit it was. Newcastle didn't really have much on target either. It was just that one modern goal.
I think the last time you used to serve the wing because you were like the better side. You just wanted it more. Yeah. But you weren't really nice. I think the only players who actually giving everything out was like Bruno. I think him and Gordon are probably the only good players. I mean, Malik Chan might be more like some shit like that, but most of the players were awful.
Yeah, and then obviously we've got shit, I forgot what I was gonna say. Worst time to fuck it up. So, as well, the last two times Sunderland have played at your ground, it's finished 3-0.
I think that was back in 2014 and stuff. No. I think the last time we played is at St James's Park, we drew 1-1.
Yeah, I mean.
Then I think it might have been a 1-0 defeat before that at St James's. Yeah,
so it's been a while since you've won as well, even there against us, but it could all change tomorrow.
2000 beat you 1-0.
obviously as well. The last time near enough you beat us at James's Park, as well as the 1-0, was the 5-1, which was
That we won once.
blessed.
And then when 2010 we beat you 5-1 and Kevin Nolan scored a hat trick.
Yeah, and I think Mitrovic got a goal as well.
Yeah, and then the one after that we beat you 1-0, and the season after that at St James's Park. And that was the last time we beat you in the Prem. Obviously, the FA Cup, we'll had the FA Cup, but like you say, that doesn't really count as like a Premier League win. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that was, you had only just roughly been like taken over then, and
yeah, it was about, that's about when the takeover happened.
6th of January, and yeah, and plus as well, which I still think is unfair, you've got more of the ground than I thought you should have been allowed, because you got the bottom half as well, which is meant to be Sunderland fans. So I did think that was unfair. But yeah, either way, he's played the better team that game, and yeah.
Yeah, like you say, look, everyone expected us to win it as well, which was probably fair because we were the Premier League team. We played Champions League and you in the Championship. He didn't have the squad at the time, and we did. So it was expected that we were going to win.
Yeah, the other one, we'll say this is, since this has been most to say, the last question is, obviously, your last game, you lost 7-2 to Barcelona. Your players are going to be knackered and everything. Do you think that'll have an effect on tomorrow's match?
No, I don't think so. I think it was always going to be tough going all the way to Barca and playing, and it was always going to be a tough game.
Yeah.
I think it was always expected to get beat, but no, I think we'll be fighting to tomorrow. I think they're going to, if it is the Premier League, it's different. I think we're going to focus on the Premier League. I reckon we're going to give it everything we've got. Then after the international break, I reckon we're going to focus on Europe.
Yeah, and I did say that was the last question, but we'll add one more on. What do you think your chances are of getting either Europe again or possibly the Champions League?
I think it depends how we play. I think most games should win. I reckon we can beat you tomorrow. I think then after that in the national break, I think most of the teams we should beat. I think Crystal Palace away we should beat. And then West Ham at home we got Nottingham Forest and Fulham away, which we should win. Arsenal away will probably get beat. Then there's Bournemouth and Brighton at home, which I think might be a bit tough. But I think majority of the last 8 games we should win most of them. And I think that there's no way we're getting Champions League with where we are now. With no chance of getting Champions League. But I think we could go for Europa League.
Yeah,
we could go for Europa League.
I think Sunderland could go for, maybe not Europa League, but Europa Conference. But either way, the only main thing is when coming into this season, we just didn't want to get relegated, and so far we've done quite well. And
you won't get relegated.
So anyone could win tomorrow. It's going to be an absolute amazing game.
We'll get a couple of goals.
Thanks for doing this video with me.
You're welcome.
And how are the lads?
No, how are the lads? The black and whites.